The Bears' home season is just about to start on Saturday, Garen, with the Hills Hornets coming down to the Bear Cave for the Life Members Cup. We're fired up about it. Hopefully we get some excitement, some, build up. A bit of promotion would be great for the game to get a nice big crowd out there to the Bear Cave. If you're watching this, you've got to come to the game. It's going to be a rip-up matchup. For another year commentating for the North Bears, what a privilege. It's me, James, and this is...
Garen, and thanks for joining us.
Kicking off, Garen, with the Hills Hornets and how they did last week in their first game of the season. A narrow loss to the Inner West Bulls, 105-94, but Garen, a pretty good game by their latest import.
Convincing nonetheless, threw a couple throwdowns, got the crowd into it. Basically what Chris Bryant, who's now playing on the Hornets, brought to the Inner West Bulls last year, bringing that spark plug. He had a dominant performance, 26 and 13. Ridiculous. Again, the high field goal percentage, shot 73%. So from all angles too.
Yeah.
Can really space the floor, but he did it from 2-point land and dominated there pretty plenty. The mid-ranges, the little rip-through layups, the dunks, the dunker spots, layups, whatever it may be, was uber efficient from there.
Yeah.
Didn't hit any threes, didn't need to hit any threes.
Because that's interesting, because when we saw Chris Bryant play at the Blitz, he was trying a few more threes out. But Kenny's work done in the paint against his old club.
Didn't need to hit any threes.
Yeah, and Ishmael Sanders as well, their other new import, played 31 minutes, so really shouldered a heavy load there, got 26 points. And, shot 47% from the field. So it's a good little 1-2 punch they've got going on there. Ishmael Sanders looked dynamic inside and outside. The shooting was great, Garen.
Orsini off the bench at 11, 2 for 2 from 3. So it's looking good. So they're a deep team that's going to be heading down to the North's Bear Cave. Last time they faced off, Hills got the win and Montague had a good game.
Yeah.
So now flipping the script and new faces. See what happens as our Bears have a challenge. Walking away with a loss on Saturday, hopefully he can bounce back from that performance and head into this game completely clean mindset, new look, approach, and just trivia question for you Hills fans to win a Rob Myrick game used jersey. Yeah. Who scored the first ever Hills points in Hills Hornets history?
That's a good trivia.
Player to get that right. Yes, first player. It could be walking basketball. There could be the walking basketball players back in the day who did it. Go check out Walking Basketball at the Hills. Who scored the first 2 points ever in Hills Hornets history?
There's a few other key players I want to highlight for the Hills Hornets. Did mention Saxon Orsini before, but players like Pat Nicholson, Jamie Monroe, and Jarrett Wilson, I think they maybe will need to step up as this year goes on, as players like Liam Moss and Ishmael Sanders maybe, I hope they don't get injured, but maybe fatigue as the year goes on. You never know what's going to happen. Those players from their youth team, Pat Nicholson hasn't played youth in a while now. He's actually told me today. But he is a dead-eye shooter. So really keep an eye out for Pat Nicholson. A really dynamic small forward, power forward kind of combo. Has been lighting it up in UBL. Jamie Monroe and Jarrett Wilson were deadly in youth league last year.
So a lot of young guys stepping up.
And one more player that big fan of as well, Campbell Green. So former North Junior returning back to the Bear Cave. We've been big Campbell Green fans. The Green Giant, we call him. Really dominant for USyd and came off the bench in their first game, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him insert into the starting lineup here and there as the season goes along. So a lot of depth there for Hills.
Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Green Giant.
Friendly reminder of our Paul Brotherson bronze statue drive. We're not joking about this. Could you just jump over to the GoFundMe now so we can get a bronze statue, potentially gold, we'll see how much money we get, of Hills legend Paul Brotherson. Do we need to explain that? I don't think we do. He just deserves a gold statue. What a legend of the club.
Am I with Ansett? Absolutely.
Everyone you see, everyone you know is gonna shine. Absolutely. Shine. Absolutely. Everyone you see, everyone you know is gonna shine.
And our women's preview this week is brought to you by Ansett Airways, Garen. Still flying the teams around in NBL1 East. So if you need to get from Maitland and Newcastle and you need a quick flight, make sure you book it with Ansett. Team's coming off a win, Garen.
Yeah, the women's getting the win against Bankstown, heading over to Bankstown. Debut game for the women's. getting away with the win. And it was their good ball movement, players cutting without the basketball. Maddie O'Hare was a good example with 19 points. Then Caitlin Martin, a lot of big responsibilities this year. So chipping in with 19 points herself, 2 threes, driving, getting to the free throw line, staying aggressive. Off the bench as well, big minutes for Peggy Shell and Emily Bassell, no rhyme intended.
Yeah, the
and
Shell
then
factor.
you had Sarah Schicker, who copped an injury but then came back and showcased her resilience. So good to see that there. North's getting the win against Bankstown. Credit to Renee and the job she did, given her short-handed roster and Cook not being able to play just yet. Maybe due to visa issues, whatnot. We're not getting into the details of that.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. People don't tell us.
And then heading into the Hills Hornets, we had Hills James. What did they have?
Yeah, getting the win over the Inner West Bulls. So it goes to show a little bit of chopping and changing in the off-season for Hills, and that really paid off with their 2 new imports, Emma Carey and Rachel Macklemore, just lighting it up, combining for 43 points. Wow. So good bang for their buck on the new imports, which is really exciting for Hills. Good to have a bit more energy around their women's program.
Popping up the cork is Lucy with 11 points.
Oh, nice.
Coming off the bench, maybe not the field goal percentage you have wanted, but someone that can definitely be dangerous coming off the bench. Zoe Morick, again, suiting up another season.
And Hannah Griffin on debut for Hills in NBL1, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals, and 1 block. And did that with a 50% field goal percentage. That's really what you want out of your point guard. That's really
could have shot
ticking
more
all the boxes,
maybe in 24 minutes, given her dead-eye ability from deep.
But hey, setting up the shooters on Hills perimeter, that's pretty good.
Again, check out Hills of Bears. Bear Cave, bangers, back-to-back. Check it out, grab your tickets. Folks, you have to be there. We can't have empty grandstands. It's not on.
I know, it's going to be
great. At the
great.
Hill Stadium, it's always packed.
It is.
At the Bear Cave, it's always bare, barren, empty, like a desert on a Sunday night.
So come on, Bears fans, get out there. Look, it's the Life Members Cup, first home game. This rivalry doesn't get you fired up.
Grab your beer, grab your feed, grab your ginge, whatever you need. Just grab it. Be there, be square, and be in attendance for what is going to be a great basketball matchup on the weekend. So